Hello people, hello traders, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be doing a market forecast on GBPUSD. I'll be doing a chart breakdown so we should be able to spot trading opportunities for the coming week and coming months. So looking at charts, this is basically price action on the monthly time frame. We can clearly see that price has been creating a series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So at a certain point within this area, I'm expecting price to continue the movement and create a lower low. So basically, there was a high, we created this low, and there was a lower high, we created this lower low. And if you guys see prices at this moment within this zone, so looking back at previous price action, we are able to see that price always reacts on supply zones to provide a sell. Supply zones. So if I clean the chart a little bit, this is a supply zone which was created here. This is a supply zone. Price came up, reacted. This is another supply zone which was created here. Price came up and reacted. And this is another supply zone which is here. Basically, to be sincere, guys, this is a supply zone. I was expecting price to react from this monthly supply zone and come down, but it's not happened. So the next available supply zone is a weekly supply zone. Sorry, this is this weekly supply zone sitting with up this level. Remember, this is a supply zone which had already been tested. It means price had already reacted within here. So it's on a weekly time frame, basically on a monthly time frame, so it doesn't show well. But I want you guys to understand. Price created a supply zone, came back up and retested the supply zone to give all this massive sell. So basically, we're expecting price to react within here. This 1 week already mitigate the supply zone, or this 1 week supply zone which was not yet tested. So basically, what happened this week is price came within this zone and we saw a reaction. And if you look at this reaction, price was able to close bearish on the weekly time frame, basically on the monthly time frame, and it's still going on. So we scale down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time, what can we clearly see? On the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that price ended up being bearish for this week. So this candle closed bearish, telling us there's a reaction within this area. Due to this reaction within this area, and due to the fact that if I go back on a monthly time frame, we're still expecting price to sell downwards, because we're expecting price to continue to follow this movement of lower lows, lower highs. I'll be expecting to look for selling opportunities due to the fact that the market ended up being bearish on the weekly time frame, and we're expecting price to continue selling, which is we're expecting price to keep on being bearish on the monthly time frame. It might be true on other time frame, price might be bullish, but on the main time frame, on the highest time frame, which is the monthly time frame, market is still bearish. Market is still moving downwards. This is simply a retracement. If I go to the monthly time frame, this is simply a retracement coming up like this retracement here. So if I have to actually clear this chart a little bit, remember, price was creating simple retracement. As price broke structure to the downside, we saw a retracement up. Due to this massive retracement, price gave a reaction and sold downwards. So, and due to all of this retracement going up, we're expecting that after the retracement going up, price should continue to set downward on the monthly time frame to follow its course. Based on the fact that we're bearish on the monthly time frame, and also based on the fact that the weekly candle ended up being bearish, it's telling me I'll be looking more of sells than buys. But now, getting into the 4-hour time frame, I'll have to skip a time frame which is a daily time. I'm getting into the 4-hour time frame. Into the 4-hour time frame, basically this is what you guys are seeing now, but I have to zoom out the chart for you guys to see clearly what I'm talking about. Remember, guys, this is that week, 1 week. This is that 1 week mitigated supply zone. This is that 1 week mitigated supply zone. Price came into this 1 week mitigated supply and gave us a reaction. Now, on the month 4-hour time frame, what can we clearly see? We can clearly see that price has been created a series of higher highs, higher lows, 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 higher highs, lower low. And this is where price is. So now let me zoom in the chart so we should be clearly able to see what's happening. So based on what I was drawing, price was giving us break of structures within this level. Market book structure to the upside. Market book structure to the upside. And if I zoom the chart clearly, we can clearly see that market book again, another structure, smaller structure here to the upside. Let me delete this big diagram. So if I have to delete this for us to understand, so we'll do it better. That's what we'll do. Price booked structure here and went up. Price book structure and went up. Give us a retracement. Broke structure again and went up. And within this 1 week mitigated zone, we have to look for smaller market structures. So looking for smaller market structure, if I zoom in the chart here, you guys will be able to clearly see that the market within that mitigated zone created this high. That is, market created this high, went down, gave us a retracement, went up to break the high, and then later dropped downwards, telling us there's a break of structure here to the downside. This is a low. We're expecting price to continue forming a higher highs, higher low. But what happened? Price went down, broke below this low to form a lower low here. Just for the fact that price formed this lower low here and this 4R demand zone was not even respected and did not even give us a reaction, it's telling us suppliers are in control. And 6 suppliers are in control. Let me clear the charts. Basically, here is the change of market structure. So what am I focusing on now? I'm focusing on zones where price might retrace to come and give us a buy. So basically, I'm focusing on this zone. I'm focusing on this zone. Price to come up to this level to give us a sell. Because on the monthly, we are bearish. On the weekly, the candle closed bearish. So we are following that confluence on the monthly, on the weekly. Oh, if I scale down to the 1 hour time frame, we see another zone again within this area. So we have 2 zones, and remember guys, this is liquidity sitting below this area. If I highlight that like liquidity, it's liquidity sitting below this area. So if I have to zoom out the charts, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting price to come either up here, give us a sell to at least here. This is what I'm expecting. These are my possible 2 setups for this coming week or the week after that. And this coming week, we have NFP. So me targeting these areas to take sell positions will depend on how the momentum is and the time of the day and based on my system. So basically, these are my opportunities for sales, but market conditions do changes. So during the week, I'll keep on watching the charts and trying to see what's happened. But remember, the most important thing you guys should understand within this chart breakdown is my bias is bearish. My bias is bearish due to the overall market direction. My bias is bearish. So due to the fact that the monthly this is the monthly time frame once more. Due to the fact that the monthly time frame is bearish and that this weekly candle closed bearish and that within the 4 hour time frame we saw a change of structure from bullish to bearish is telling me my bias is bearish. So watch the video to the end. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for sharing, thanks for everything, guys. Stay tuned to my channel. If you are new to my channel, subscribe, share, like, comment. Stay safe and stay blessed.